Now then, a group of school children in Stevenage have had a day to remember. They really have, with a very special former pupil paying them a visit.
Formula One star Lewis Hamilton took time out of his gruelling schedule this morning in between the Japanese and Korean F1 races to return to his old school and reminisce about his childhood days. Emma Baker was there.
It started just like any other morning assembly at Pear Tree Spring Junior School in Stevenage. Little did these pupils know they were in for a very special surprise.
Hi. Hello. Hi.
Local lad and former pupil Lewis Hamilton dropped in for a pit stop to remember.
Who likes cars here? Yeah, you all like cars, and everyone likes going fast, yeah?
The Formula One driver said it was good to be back.
I have so many fond memories of being here, you know, and I remember exactly how the old building used to be, and things I used to do in the school, and it was my favourite period of school time, you know. I mean, coming here it was so special. I love it when my dad would drive.
Lewis Hamilton has come a long way since his time here. Now 25 years old, he was the youngest ever Formula One champion. While he now lives in Switzerland and spends his time travelling the world, he insists this town still has a special place in his heart. He even brings his girlfriend Nicole Scherzinger from Pussycat Dolls back to visit.
I really am born and bred here, so it's very. I know the place still, and it would be cool to come back here at some stage. Nicole comes back here sometimes with me. We've been back a couple of times, actually. It's a really cool place, you know. It hasn't changed a bit. When I was driving through just now, just seeing where you used to have the cycle park and stuff, riding to town, the bus stop that's just down, it's not far down the road here.
Of course, for the children, this is one assembly they won't forget in a hurry.
Quite amazing, because we all knew that he used to come to this school, but we never thought he'd come back. I'd quite like to be like him, racing Formula One cars.
There was one lady who Lewis was particularly excited to see, his old teacher, who he remembers as Miss McEwen.
It's just catching up, really. It's just like my 7-year-old student just got a lot taller.
So your hard work paid dividends?
Oh, absolutely, all down to me, yeah. I take a lot of credit for that.
Elaine wasn't the only one who was happy to see her former pupil. Her husband used to teach Lewis football.
It's really nice. I mean, you see him on TV all the time and you never really appreciate that that's the same boy I've taught all those years ago. But he hasn't changed. Lewis is still down to earth. He's still a gentleman at heart, and, you know, he remembers his roots and he remembers the good things about where he came from.
A flying visit that will certainly leave these school children with plenty to tell their parents. Emma Baker, Anglia News, Stevenage.
Lucky Emma to meet him today.
Yeah, very lucky as well.
It's a strange sight to think of Lewis Hamilton and Nicole from the Pussycat Dolls wandering around Stevenage.
I know, that is a bizarre sight, isn't it? What about who did you have famous at your school? Anyone at all?
I've been trying to think, and I just can't think of anyone.
No one at all?
You?
Well, I think we had the compulsory sort of eagle person who kept brought in somewhere every child was frightened of. What about you? Dawn is here to talk to us at the Commonwealth Games, but we'll drag him into this as well. Anyone at your school that came in to have a decent chat?
I'm going to show my age, actually, because I can't remember anyone either as well, so I'm really struggling.
We're so uninspired. We're so unlucky. Well, you can find out more about Lewis Hamilton's school days with extended footage of that visit on our website. You just go to itv.com/Anglia.
You'll also find items from the programme and a full weather forecast for the Anglia region. Right, next, the Commonwealth Games, and our sports correspondent, as we said, Donovan Blake's joined us in the studio on a busy day for the region. And, Donny, high hopes for gold for one of the region's boxers.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, a lot of interest across the region today. And among our star performers, Anthony Ogogo from Suffolk was fighting in the final of the middleweight division this afternoon. And there was certainly no lack of support back home. In fact, I spent a nerve-wracking afternoon with his family in Lowestoft and watched the bout unfold. This was more than a family affair at the Ogogo household in Lowestoft. Anthony's mum, Teresa, sisters Leanne, Joanne, Tony and Carly are joined by partners and friends, plus his girlfriend Casey, all huddled in front of the television, the nerves showing even before he steps into the ring.
Really nervous, but excited.
Yeah?
Extremely nervous, feel a little bit sick, but really excited for this just to get started.
A shriek of delight to mark Ogogo's entrance, while Mum sent a kiss via the screen. The experienced Eamon O'Kane of Northern Ireland stood between her son and Commonwealth gold in Delhi. A strength of support back home was never in doubt. Most of the group had followed Ogogo's progress through to the final round by round, except for Mum. You obviously can't watch.
No, I can't watch it, no. I'm very, very nervous.
Yeah, but obviously the shrieks in the room will probably help you out in terms of how he's getting on.
I'm listening to the reactions.
But this wasn't to be Ogogo's day. The 21-year-old couldn't find a gold medal winning performance as the experienced O'Kane produced scoring punch after scoring punch, particularly in the last 2 rounds of 3. Defeat leaving his family and friends disappointed but proud.
I feel like I'm losing my voice now, but he's done really well. We're really proud of him. Silver medal's just as good, so really pleased.
You know, this is just going to encourage him on his 2012 Olympic challenge, so I'm just so excited to see him. Can't wait to give him a big hug and sort out them bruises.
No reaction from Anthony's mum afterwards, but a comforting hug from 2 of her daughters. No doubt she'll be giving the same to her son when he returns with his silver medal on Friday.
God, that must have been great being there, wasn't it?
It was quite exciting. Very disappointing for him.
Yeah, I suppose, but lovely to spend it with the family nonetheless. What about the rest of the day then for our competitors? Pretty busy?
Very busy indeed, actually. A flurry of finals and playoffs as well, and a few medals. Essex cyclist Alex Dowsett won a silver medal this morning in the time trial. He finished second behind Scotland's David Miller. Among the bronze medalists was David Calvert of RAF Royton in Cambridgeshire in the full-bore rifle event. That was one for Northern Ireland. Also a bronze medal for Andy Bagley of Milton Keynes for England in the men's doubles table tennis, and for hockey player Chloe Rogers. That's Mick Galt, you can see. He didn't finish a medal, unfortunately. He finished 7th in his event in the pistol shooting, and also failure for Emma Pooley in the road racing. She finished 9th in the final.
Well done, Donny. So it has been a busy day, but
very busy.
A bit of disappointment there as well, but some medals as well. What does that do for the England in the actual medals table?
In fact, Australia still lead. England, though, are now second, over the hosts third.
Brilliant, Donny. Thanks so much for all of that.
Thank you, Donny. Now, almost 400 years ago, a sea captain from Harwich set sail for America on a ship called the Mayflower. On board were some of the Pilgrim Fathers, the people who became known as the founders of America.
Now a project's underway to build an exact replica of the famous ship in Harwich, and today the first consignment of Essex oak arrived at the shipyard. Elodie Harper has more.
If you're after expert knowledge on Harwich's most famous ship, look no further than Mayflower Primary School.
It went from here to America, and just thought it was amazing. It's built in England, so we were part of the ancestors of the people who built it. I love the fact that there's still lots that we don't know as a school, and we can figure it out.
The children just completed a 2-year project on the Mayflower. Now they're looking forward to following the building of a life-size replica in town.
It's one of the best projects we've done with Creative Partnerships. Lots of artistic practitioners coming in to help the children with planning, delivering. We're involved in the carnival. We had a Shine Week where the children actually came off curriculum and did lots of artistic and historical and creative work related to the topic. So it's been fantastic.
The captain of the Mayflower, Christopher Jones, was a Harwich man. When he moved to Kent from the Essex port, he took his ship with him. Then on September the 6th, 1620, the Mayflower set sail from Plymouth for America. It had 102 passengers on board and took 66 days to reach Massachusetts. John Alden, also from Harwich, was the first man to step onto the American shore.
This site by the railway station doesn't exactly conjure up images of Harwich's seafaring past. But it was in the town that the original Mayflower was built 400 years ago, and it's right here that she will be built again.
Local shipwrights plan to start building her in December. The ship's expected to take 3 years to build at a cost of £3.5 million. When finished, she should stand 25 metres tall and 32 across.
As a boy, I can remember coming here and there were ships everywhere. Parks and quays much quieter, there's a lot less activity in the port. This is actually a way back into the system, and hopefully it won't just be the Mayflower, it'll be more than the Mayflower. Other ships will come and visit.
Residents turned up to see the first batch of Essex oaks arrive.
For Harwich itself, just for the tourism, it's going to bring so much into this place, and it's, I think it'd be wonderful, really do.
The project directors intend the new Mayflower to make regular Atlantic crossings. They also want to build a visitors' centre to generate long-term tourist trade.
So are you all looking forward to doing another project on the Mayflower?
Yes! If the shipbuilding project is a success, they'll certainly be guaranteed some extra keen visitors. Elodie Harper, Anglia News, Harwich.
What an amazing sight that's going to be when it's finished. Now, here's what to expect on the national news in a couple of minutes.
Let's move swiftly on now to the weather. Here's Amanda Houston with our look.